Hey guys, I'm Jay, and today we're looking at a damn handsome Spyderco Paramilitary 2. So first we're going to go ahead and start with the features, and then I will compare this guy to some other knives on the table. We'll go over my 7 likes and dislikes, and now make sure that you stay till the end of the video because I will be displaying the full specs for you guys. And if you're running a little bit short on time, or maybe you just need a knife review that kind of gets right to the point, you should probably go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Now the Spyderco PM2 is actually, it's one of those knives that every knife collector you have to have it in your collection. It's kind of like the Buck 110, same kind of thing. Now this PM2 might look like just your standard run-of-the-mill variety, but it actually is not. Can you see what's different? Yes. This is actually the left-handed version of the PM2. And this is a manual action compression lock with 3.44 inches of CPM S30V blade steel. The thickness of the blade comes in at about a little over 3.5 millimeters at 3.6. The handle thickness is a little under a ½ inch at 0.46 inches. Now the closed length, or the handle length, is going to be 4.8 inches with a closed width, so how much room it actually takes up in your pocket, that's going to be a little over 1.5 inches at 1.6 inches. Now, deployment is actually accomplished 2 different ways. You can either do the thumb hole, or you can just kind of manipulate the compression lock. Kind of like how you can do it with like the Benchmade axis. Same kind of principle. Now, Spyderco decided to go ahead and use bronze washers on the inside here at the pivot, and the D-10 is one of the strongest that I have ever come across, and believe me, I have tried to shake this thing open and it just absolutely does not budge. Let's go ahead and get a weight on this. Yep, it's about 3.8 ounces, which is going to be the equivalent of roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AA batteries. Now before we go over my likes and dislikes, I would like to take this time and go ahead and bring in some of those other knives that I mentioned. Let's see, for comparison's sake, we're going to use the ZT-0350. Let's do this guy. Cold Steel Code 4. And actually, let's put that there. Of course, the Benchmade Griptilian. And you know what, you think we could fit one more? About this little guy. The Kershaw Oh So Sweet. Now there's something here that I actually want to go ahead and show you guys, is that if you take the Kershaw Oh So Sweet and lay it on top there of the PM2, you will see that actually they have almost identical amount of sharp edge cutting area. Yeah, almost exact, which I thought was incredible considering, I mean, this is a $20 knife. Now, I mean, I know you're talking, this is HCR and this is S30V, so there's really no comparison, but the cutting edges are just about the same. Now you can actually pick up a PM2 for around $125 to $130, which is actually going to be a little bit cheaper than the ZT-0350, which also uses S30V blade steel. Let's move on to my list of 7 yays and nays, and we're going to start out the list with, first category is going to be appearance or aesthetics. This is actually going to be my very first gripe of the PM2. The blade to handle ratio is not that great. I mean, the handle is 4.8 inches, blade is 3.4. So yeah, that's a little bit off. I'm not the biggest fan of the thumb hole and how far it protrudes. That is actually what kind of held me back from actually purchasing the PM2 for quite some time. Next is going to be the ergos, which actually is a very solid like for me. The balance is darn near perfect. The finger choil, that front finger choil, which also has a little bit of jimping there, is awesome. And the jimping on the thumb ramp and the thumb ramp itself, just all of that just creates just one very, very comfortable knife. The G10 scales, they're not too aggressive, so they're not going to chew up your pockets, kind of like how the Recon 1 might. Next is going to be the materials used. There's not much to say about this section. I mean, it's S30V blade steel and black G10. I mean, that's great. No complaints there whatsoever. The action is a solid like for me. It's one of the best. There really is. And I really appreciate the fact that there are 3 different methods of deployment. You know, using the compression lock, and you can do the standard deployment. Well, most people can do the standard deployment with the thumb hole, or you can do the spider flick. So yes. Next is going to be the pocket presence. So how it kind of rides in your pocket. This is going to be my second gripe of the PM2. At 1.6 inches wide, this really takes up a good amount of pocket room. The standard pocket clip that comes on the PM2 is, well, it's terrible. I mean, it has one redeeming quality, and it's the fact that you can move it to one of 4 different positions. But yeah, that clip is it's just the worst. The weight, what did we say the weight was? About 3.8 ounces? That is just fantastic. It looks like it would weigh a heck of a lot more. Now, the price, $130, is that what we said? That's a great value. I mean, it really is. I mean, that's one of the reasons why this knife has really become almost like icon kind of status. I mean, it's an incredible value for what you're getting. S30V blade steel. You're getting great ergos. It's lightweight, and it's got to be one of the funnest. Is that a word? Funnest? More fun. Funnest fondling knives I have ever had the pleasure of using. So to go ahead and summarize, we said appearance was a no, ergos was a yes, materials yes, action yes, pocket presence no, weight yes, and price yes. So what is that, 5 to 2? Yep, this would be a solid recommend from me. Now, of course, there are many different variants of the PM2, so if you're not crazy about this one, I mean, you can get, there's just a lot of other choices out there, but also keep in mind, with those choices also comes a higher price tag. And if this video about the PM2 answered, well, most of your questions, why not go ahead and leave a like? Now, make sure you guys don't move, because I'm going to go ahead and display the full specs for you. But first, I want to go ahead and thank you guys for stopping by and letting me talk knives with you. I really do enjoy it. And I will see you guys at the next video. You guys take care, okay?